facility, they would take those things and fly them to, God knows where, Asia, to get them serviced.
Yeah, yeah. There's Louisiana is a big place where planes get converted. Birmingham, Alabama, they get converted. Guan, I can't pronounce it. Guangzhou, is that right?
Guangzhou, hey, very
Yeah.
good. Guangzhou is good.
Yeah, China is a huge facility where they do all those conversions and all that kind of stuff. But you got to have somebody to fly it in and fly it out. It's an interesting life those guys have. Move
Everybody's life is interesting, some more than others.
True. All right. Their life.
Like you, for example, you have a very interesting life.
Really? Tell me.
Well.
And then there's always the guy shoveling the elephant shit.
Yeah.
That's right. What? And quit showbiz? Unbelievable.
Yeah. That reminds me, what was it? Linus and Peabody, the show on early TV where they had the parade, the circus parade, and there was always one guy behind,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just watched a great expose on Rocky and Bullwinkle. It was amazing to me. I didn't realize how far advanced it was. But when I would come home every day from school, I would rush to the TV because my parents weren't there. I wasn't allowed to watch TV when I was a kid. And I'd come in, I'd turn on the TV set, watch Rocky and Bullwinkle for a half hour. And then right after that was Soupy Sales. And I loved it. And then I'd shut off the TV and then I'd hide in my room or something and make
Rocky
believe I was
and Bullwinkle
doing
was great. When they had the storyline about the mechanical rats and they had FCC on their armbands because Jay Ward was pissed at the FCC. I want to buy that whole. I've been meaning to. I want to buy the whole series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But no, they used to have a store.
Yeah.
Jay Ward Productions had a store front on Sunset Boulevard.
It was great. It had the big rock. It had the big Bullwinkle ears.
Yeah, with Rocky. And so they had a little store there called the Dudley Do-Right Emporium. So I actually have a little charm that I used to wear as an earring of Dudley Do-Right astride his horse. And of course, my favorite trivia question is, what was the name of Dudley Do-Right's horse?
Oh,
Nellie Bell. Wasn't it Nellie? Whoa, no, it wasn't Nellie Bell. That was somebody else. That
was Jingles, Roy Rogers.
Nellie was the girl.
Yeah.
No, the name of his horse was Horse.
Yeah, that's it. Interesting, very, very interesting.
All those like Mr. Peabody and.
Oh, that was all great stuff.
Yeah.
Fractured Fairy Tales.
Way ahead of its time. Edward Horton Pierce, I think that was his name, right? Edward Horton, not Pierce, just right. Edward Horton. What a voice that guy had. Amazing voice. Amazing. I loved it. And of course it was ahead of its time because it was so sophisticated and yet it was still a cartoon.
Yeah, it was kids and adults.
It was like Mad Magazine. It was like a Mad Magazine. I loved Mad Magazine too when I was a kid. I read every episode.
Absolutely.
What was Bullwinkle's big recurring line? I forget.
Hey, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
And then Rocky would say, wrong size or
Yeah, something. It's sort of the cartoon version of what happened. Remember in The Great Race when, Jack Lemmon would always say to Peter Falk, who was his henchman, push the button, Max. And then Max would push the button and invariably something awful would happen.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah.
Gregory's got the beanie on.
Hey, listen, all kidding aside, speaking of that kind of stuff, Rocky and Bullwinkle, the Snoopy gang, Charlie Brown and Snoopy, Apple is running their Thanksgiving special, and it's free for everybody.
Ah,
so if you wanted to
Oh,
watch it.
that's good.
I know my wife doesn't like cartoons, but I've said to her, this is one cartoon you're going to watch because I love Snoopy.
nah.
I have so many Snoopy things. I don't know if you could see it, but I've got a Snoopy pen here. Can you
Mm.
see my
Yeah.
Snoopy pen? And I've got Snoopy books and I've got a Snoopy hat. And I just look, what an adorable character. And I love the screensaver on my Apple TV, which is also Snoopy.
Ah.
Hey,
And on
Speaking,
my watch.
Gregory, I have a question. Do you take set design critiques from Christopher? Is that how this works? Referring to the ceiling fan in your head, of course. But
we
There you
are
go,
we are
guys.
stealing
Look,
we are stealing
this is my
ideas from
watch.
each other, right?
yeah.
You can see my watch,
Every
guys.
day.
You see the watch? There it is. Oops. Let me show you the watch. There you go, everybody. There you go, Snoopy on the watch.
Oh,
This
there
is
you go.
pretty amazing. This the Snoopy Apple Watch thing. It's not. It's animated, and there's like a lot of them. Somebody's got too much going on in the background there.
That was
That
David.
was
Whoever
David.
it is
He muted.
talking. Anyway, yeah.
Speaking about Harry Brown, I actually have a funny story because this is my nickname at the Sound Image. Long
Snoopy?
time ago, my friend, my coworker, my mentor, Michael Apodaca, I used to do a lot of work for him, and he's a tall gentleman with a little Parkinson's creeping in, unfortunately, but a very kind, smiley face, and he will always come to my desk and say, "You good people, Charlie Brown, you good people." And I never knew the character, I never knew the cartoon. So finally one day I did my research and I found out what Charlie Brown was, and I found out that the character in the cartoon wasn't too bright. So I asked my boss, "Is it supposed to be like funny or something?" No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
yeah,
Yeah, hey, just don't let Lucy, hold the football for you. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was big. In the Midwest, because Charles Schultz was from Muncie, Indiana. He, Charlie Brown, and that whole thing. There were Linus and Snoopy stores everywhere. Every town had one. So we moved around a lot when I was young. So
Yeah. It's just like
Yeah.
Ted Giesel of what's the cartoon that he had? Cat in the
Giesel.
Hat, all that stuff,
yeah.
right? He
Oh,
lived
wow.
in La Jolla. So growing up in San Diego, he was like a
Yep. Icon.
thing.
Yep. Local icon.
Yeah. Well, speaking of icons, but it's going to happen. It's not. Welcome to Thinking Out Loud with Friends at SoundBroker. This is our 287th consecutive meeting. Hey, you make it happen. Just remember this. Everything you hear today is an opinion, except for what I'm about to say now. This is a fact. I'm hoping it's a fact. Next week, December 3rd, Devin Sheets from D-Feedback is going to be here. Alpha Labs is going to be here, and he's going to be talking about his invention. And so I'm really excited. Tell your friends to come and visit. So if you're using this program, you're using his app, then this is your opportunity to ask him any question that you have, and maybe he will help you through your setups, whatever it's tips and trips with Devin. And we are looking forward to having him here next week. So be here or be square, as they say. Back to the Snoopy days, and there you go. What do you think about that, boys and girls?
That's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so there you have it. Also, a bunch of other things I've got going on, and I got to, first of all, let me see if I could do this. Sorry for looking away. So the
Jan's
Sphere
in
is
his
having a
Thai
sale.
Command Center.
Yeah, the Sphere is having a big sale, which is unusual. The Wizard of Oz, there's a code shipping 50, and they're going to discount $50 on your on what is this? From Sphere exclusive Wizard of Oz and Sphere favorites, free shipping on orders, $50 off. The Christmas Spectacular starring Radio City Rockettes, that's 50% off. So anyway, they have the MSG is having a big sale for Christmas. Let's see what else. LDI is coming up December 7th through 9th. That's something that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me see what else is going on. One more thing I know I had, but somebody emailed me just in between. Oh, Rock Camp. For you guys that don't know what's going on with Rock Camp, the rock stars, have you heard about this? It's amazing how many people they've got coming in there. I just
Yeah.
can't even believe it right
What,
now.
for one of those
Felix
fantasy
Cavalier,
camps?
Mark Farner, Jason Sheff, Liberty DeVito, Carl Fisher, David Rosenthal, Roger Daltrey. I didn't realize that he was knighted. He's Sir Roger Daltrey.
Yep.
Ian Pace from Deep Purple. I mean, what a lineup. Stuart Copeland, Steven Stevens, Leland Sklar. He was like on every record ever made, with bass in those days when he was in
Yep.
the 70s, Skunk Baxter. David, you just saw Skunk Baxter on
Yeah.
the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Nita Strauss. I mean, it is amazing the lineup that is going.
What
Stu
is
Ham
this,
from
Jan?
Steve Vai. This is the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp. So if you ever wanted to,
Oh, okay.
if you're a musician and you want to play with famous musicians, this is your opportunity. So
Yeah, I think
and
what it is, it's like
Alice
4
Cooper's
days,
involved.
and then the last day is when the the whoever the guest star of the week is, that's when they come in. So it's not like they're going to be there all 4 days or something like that. From what I
Oh, really?
understand. Yeah.
So if my audio engineering career is not going too well, I can still be a musician.
Yeah.
You sure can. You sure can be a musician. That's right. Anybody can, especially now with AI. It seems like, oh, what the hell, man? It's
Well,
pretty
and
simple.
if you're not a musician yet, just break your arm, because then that goes to that old joke. Will I be able to play the piano after my arm heals?
Yeah.
Yes, of course you will. Oh, good. I couldn't play it before.
Oh,
Look at we could all
look at
pull out.
Gregory there.
Oh, there we go.
What I found is most engineers do play an instrument. Most engineers do play an instrument. When I worked for A1, Al would only hire people that had some sort of musical experience with an instrument.
I didn't say I play instrument, but I have one.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
I took lessons when I was a kid, but I'm much better on this side.
Exactly, yeah.
By the way, Bruce is in Hawaii, right by the he sent me a video of the volcano going off.
Oh,
He was right there.
so he took a cruise around it, or?
I think he's
I'm
on the
not
Big
sure.
Island.
Oh, he's staying on the Big Island. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
He set up a volcano. Nobody told him not to play with matches.
Yeah.
He started it.
Actually,
when I was we did a show there in 2005 for Red Bull on the Big Island, and we were on the Kona side, and then my wife and I stayed an extra day, so we drove around, and I took a helicopter tour, about 90-minute flight over Kilauea, and so they take you over what is not really a central, there's a plane
on the outskirts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like there's one funnel,
Right.
but up where it would be, there was a couple of, you could look right down into the freaking hole, and then they take you down by the ocean where the lava's constantly dripping into the ocean. And in fact, the Big Island grows by some number of square kilometers every year because of the lava dripping into the ocean. And it was really
That
cool.
has to be impressive. There must have been. I think I did something like that, and I can't remember it exactly, but I remember a lot of greenery. Maybe it was a video I saw, just all greenery.
Yeah, I was on a cruise once, and the captain brought the ship around so we could all watch it dripping into the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, when you fly from the top, if you will, the lava field is, it's 6 or 7 miles to the ocean and 6, 7, 8 miles wide, and it's really funny because there's all this desolation, and there's this one house that's like right in the middle of it that
Yeah.
didn't get burned in the huge explosion 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whenever it was. And so I think it's actually a Airbnb
Yeah.
or a hotel, but you have to like ride a motorcycle to get to it.
Hey,
Oh,
Fred,
man. Yeah.
how did the last week of college football go?
He's doing a basketball game today, aren't you?
Well, he's there. I'll speak for him.
Somebody's
Yes.
talking to me.
Oh, there you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, I was asking how did the college thing go the last week we talked, or this week?
Ohio State Michigan game.
It was nice. It was actually, the weather was actually nice, but I got to get on a plane tomorrow. We're talking at the station. Sorry. I got to get on a plane to Champaign, Illinois in the morning, so it's gonna suck.
It's gonna be cold.
And there's a game happening
is
here
that-
at ASU. Why couldn't I have just stayed home and done this show? But no, I got to go to Chicago.
And that's on Thanksgiving Day you're flying?
7-0.
Hang on, I got to turn that off for a second.
Is that Thanksgiving Day you're flying?
Yes, I love flying Thanksgiving Day. It's the best day of the year to fly because there's
Oh,
nobody
that's
on the
neat.
planes.
Yeah.
I got first class all to myself. I looked at the map this morning. There's 2 of us in first class. Every seat's open.
By the way, if you fly a lot, I hear Flighty. Flighty's having a Black Friday Day sale or Cyber Monday sale that you can get 3 months for free with Flighty, I believe.
Nice. I never get a complimentary upgrade on a flight that's more than an hour because there's nobody there. I got my complimentary upgrade to Chicago.
Nice.
All right. Hey, Fred, you know next week we're having the inventor of DeFi back in the room. I don't know if you heard that earlier.
I remember you talking about that. Yep.
December 3rd. Yep, we're real excited. He just confirmed for sure.
Nice. It'd be
Anyway.
cool to hear about it. But yeah, I got to check
Yep.
in here in 2 minutes, so I'll be
All right.
lurking.
That's great.
Have a
I
good
love
show.
it. Working engineer. I mean, hey, everybody in this room is working. Greg, you're even working, right? You're still the human mic stand over at
Yeah.
Raymond James?
Not well. There's only one more home game, so I'm training all the shorty mic stands so they can be big human mic stands now. So yeah.
They
Yeah.
come in a kit, right? Just add water and
Yeah.
but don't feed them after midnight or get them wet. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, that's right. That's right. They can't do Monday night football in the rain, so or Sunday night football.
Hey, Fred, have you been contracted for FIFA yet?
No, not doing that. Just the Olympics.
Oh, okay. I just read that FIFA is expecting they're going to be in 16 cities in North America. They're going to create 185,000 jobs, and they're projected to raise, check this out, this is an amazing number, $30 billion in revenue. 30 billion. Is that not, I mean, that's amazing. FIFA, and we call football, but everywhere else in the world, what they call football is not what we call football in America.
Yeah, they call it NFL.
Which is kind of interesting. That
I think Gregory thinking
America.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, something about like, in football, we can't, in America, football, I don't know about you can't touch the ball with the foot except you kick it once, and then that's it. Other than that, it should be handball,
You know why? You know why the football is actually called football? Because the ball is
No,
actually
tell
1 foot long. That's a fact.
1 foot long.
Hmm.
That seems pretty long to me.
Check it.
All right, Jan, you're the resident chat AI guy. Look it up.
Look it up. I can't be looking anything up right now. Let's see. I don't know. I guess I could find out. Let's see here. Let me see. At least see. Let's see. Let's see if we could do it on the old iPhone here. Let's see here. Okay.
It's
Why is
slightly,
American football called football?
it's slightly less than a foot, which if you
Okay.
pump it really well, it is a foot.
Oh, so Tom Brady football then.
11, it's 11.25 inches.
So it's played with foot on the ground. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. But there you go. Has nothing to do with the size of the football. But let me see. What is the size of an American football?
Well, it's between an 11 and 11 and a quarter inches in length, according to.
No, it's
Cordell.
close.
So you call baseball baseball because there are bases. You call basketball basketball because there's a basket. Football would be what? Goal and
Yeah,
zone ball.
goal ball. Well, anyway, it's a great sport, generates a lot of excitement, and now it's generating a lot of gambling, more baseball. It's really unbelievable what I've been reading now about these baseball players gambling on their game. One guy, he gambled like only $400, but he was throwing games. Did you guys
Yeah,
read this?
but it's crazy what you can bet on, and it was just like some bet that he would throw a pitch under 100 miles an hour or under 90 miles an hour in the fourth inning.
Yeah,
And
or the first pitch would be a ball or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, something crazy like that, And somebody bet like 45 grand on it, and cleaned up. And they said, "Whoa, wait a minute." David, you look like you have a candlestick growing out of your head now. Yep. And when the candles light, you have a great idea.
Did you hear about this Disney thing? I'm reading about it. Disney CEO Bob Iger he said Disney will soon let subscribers generate and share short form videos using generative AI. He called the capability part of the platform's most significant overhaul since its 2019 launch. He added that the game like features are coming via a deal that brings Disney intellectual properties to Epic game platforms. And he also disclosed that productive conversations with unnamed AI firms to deliver the tool while protecting the Disney IP. That's pretty
Wow.
amazing.
Mickey and Grand Theft Auto. Oh man.
Yeah, man, that's right. And they did it, and during the F1 races, I don't know if you saw any video of it, but they had Mickey Mouse conducting like a Fantasia type thing with the Bellagio fountains.
Yeah, I saw that. I wish he would have had the sorcerer's hat on though.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Ah.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of things, I watched The House of Dynamite on Netflix. Don't waste your time. It's horrible. The acting is good, but the plot line is insane, and they never really clear anything up, and
No,
it's
they
so
leave you.
inaccurate.
It's a cliff ending. Yeah, you get ticked off at the end.
Well, the thing that this is a spoiler alert, so if you don't want to hear this, shut off your sound or whatever. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. But one of the things that I felt that would have been done is that they would have gotten visual proof from something that would have seen whether or not it was a real object coming towards America. But they never did that. So it was all, all closed screen based on technology, and it could have been AI tricking the system. But they never went into that aspect of it.
Yep. Well,
Anyway, I felt like I wasted an hour and a half, 2 hours watching that thing. It was
I've been.
like
I
very
thought it was
disappointing.
good actually because I've been in some decision, some rooms like that I was contracted to do some. The company I was working for at the time, we had software. This is in Desert Shield. We could detect Scud missiles from space. So
For real?
yeah, and so we were brought in to. There was a team of 4 of us. We were brought in to go ahead and look at real time data and say, okay, here, possible. So and they had people going, and we had about a 91%, but all it takes is one that you miss, and you're in deep shit.
Yeah.
So,
Did you hear that some scientists or a group of scientists have invented a new technology for rocket launching that could convert hydrogen into power? And they say that if this works on a major scale, that it'll take only like 3 days to get to Mars.
well, that will really tick off Elon Musk, I would think.
Well, that would be, then all of a sudden it would be, more feasible for people to start going to Mars. So we could fuck up
Yeah.
that planet too. That's it, I mean, right now we're leaving space junk everywhere, what the hell? And the only reason we'd be going there is to farm it, to get
Yeah.
the minerals and bring them back to Earth. I mean, I can't imagine,
What was that? The original, or not the original, but the version of Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that was all about mining Mars. That's where he was. The plot was that's where he was from. And
Oh no,
Well,
that's where he lost his memory. What was it called? Total Recall? Was
yeah,
that the name of
that's
the
the
movie?
one.
yeah,
That was great. I've seen that.
That's
I've seen that a lot of times.
yeah. That
That
was a
was
good
really
movie.
a good movie.
Yeah, I conflated the two. Sorry.
That's all right. But there is a new Running Man, and it looks really good.
See when it hits cable or Netflix.
Yeah,
or
Yeah.
yeah.
I always
Well,
liked
you-
I always liked
anybody,
I always liked the Schwarzenegger movie Commando because it's super short, but it's action nonstop, and it's got some of those. That's one of the early versions of a lot of those great throwaway lines. He's holding the guy over the cliff and
Yeah.
comes back, and the girl says, "What'd you do with him?" "I let him go."
you know what? I saw an interview. I think he was on. I think it was on Jimmy Kimmel or one of those shows where they asked him, that he originally didn't want to do that line. "I'll be back."
Right.
He thought it was. He didn't think it was. Was the right thing for him to say, and he wanted to. He didn't want to abbreviate. He wanted to say, "I will be back."
Oh.
And now wherever he goes, somebody
Yeah.
always comes up to him and says, "I'll be back." I'll be back.
Yeah, talk about an iconic,
Line.
The Terminator was
pop
the
culture
first
moment.
one to me. The first one to me was the best.
Yeah.
The rest are good, but the first one is my favorite one.
I would say the second one. The second one is
Is that the one with the liquid guy or the liquid metal guy?
yeah with the kid.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like
Yeah,
that one.
I like
better,
the first
too.
one. Did you have a poster of Linda Hamilton on your wall? Is that it?
no, I would have had to cover the Farrah Fawcett poster. No, just
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Or the Tate McRae fan. Now if you're a Tate McRae fan, she just broke $110 million. I mean, amazing. $110 million on her tour. It's called Miss Possessive Tour. That's insane.
Who?
That's so much money.
Who?
Well,
Tate McRae, 110 million.
No idea who.
I mean, of
But
course, it's not Taylor Swift money, which,
Right.
billions, $2 billion, but still, nonetheless, it's
it's
nothing
going to
to
be
sneeze at.
interesting to see what Rush does this year or next year, I guess, when they have their reunion tour.
Wow, that will be something.
I see a lot of complaints about the cost of tickets.
Yeah.
I just read an article that and I don't even remember the artist's name, but somebody I never heard of. They made a misprint. It was supposed to be the tickets were like $46, but on Ticketmaster they put them up for $750 each, and people were complaining like crazy.
Well,
Can't imagine why.
yeah.
You know, I'm
Well,
whoever the fan, if I was a fan of that artist and I paid $750 to find out that it was only a $40 ticket, man, that would have been really.
but there was somebody who posted the price of tickets for Wizard of Oz in the 200 section, at the Sphere, $480 a seat.
I'm sorry, when I'm in Vegas, if it's going to cost $200+
Right.
I'm not going to see the fucking movie. I'm sorry. That's just.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah,
the
that's
one
I don't
that
care how
Jan
bitchin'
saw
it could
was
be.
cheap. How much was your tickets, Jan, when you went to the movie?
It was expensive. It was expensive. I remember it was like $300 for the two of us, and then a bottle of water was $750, something like that, or something crazy. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was really insane, the price. To see a movie that's only 40. I don't even think it was 45 minutes. Now it was impressive. It was
Right.
impressive. It felt like you were in a helicopter, flying around the earth, and it was pretty good. I mean, it was really impressive, the movie. But if you don't have the money, then I wouldn't recommend going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this theory that if you can afford something, it's costly. If you can't afford it, then it's expensive.
What's interesting is I was watching the Grand Prix, or I watched it live because I'm an F1 fan, and they would always pan the cars go around the Sphere, and they were doing advertising every time the cars went around, so they can get free advertising bucks from the broadcast show. And one of the things that they advertised was F1 the movie is going to be playing at the Sphere on December 12th or December 13th, which is interesting. I'm wondering how they go from IMAX to Sphere.
Well, they'll figure it out if they're going to do it. I mean, Apple's got more money than they could possibly spend right now. They're just wealthy, wealthy, wealthy. And of course, they now have a deal with the F1. They now have the ability, and they're going to do another. They're trying to do another movie now with Brad Pitt.
No.
I don't know. They'll probably call it F2.
No, they're Apple is getting the rights to stream. They're right now in the U.S. ESPN has it, but next year Apple's going to have it. So Apple Plus is going to be
they've got something else. They've got baseball now. They've got a lot of things. They're going after that sports market as well. And they've won a lot of Emmys and Grammys and whatever they for their content on Apple TV. A lot of people are talking about the show Studio. I happen to be a huge fan of Slow Horses, and there's something else. E Pluribus, I believe, is a big show right now that seems to be that people are really watching.
Eugene Levy, who he travels around the world. Every show's about one particular country or whatever, and his whole thing.
Yeah, the reluctant traveler.
Yes, the reluctant traveler. That's it. Yeah.
Anyway, just an FYI, Apple is having a sale right now on Apple Plus, $5.99 for the first 6 months, and cancel anytime. So
It's not Apple Plus anymore.
What's it called now?
It's called Apple TV. They're trying to make it confusing. Everything is now Apple TV. The subscription, the box. It's not Apple Plus anymore. It went away today.
Oh,
well, there you go. We learn something new every day. Every day we learn something new. Isn't that impressive?
Well,
And Apple still hasn't perfected any of their AI yet. But by the way, today I just read an article in the paper that basically now insurance companies are no longer going to protect or issue insurance that will protect companies from AI claims against them.
Hey, Jan, I got a question. The lights in your background?
Yes.
Yeah. Are they Blue Oyster Cult's old lasers? Because they're in Kurt's. They're in Seattle right now.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Where's Kurt? Where is Kurt anyway?
We go into
seen him.
gallery view.
Where is Kurt? What's he doing?
Well,
He's giving us a
lights are
free
bouncing
light
off.
show.
He's a free
Hold
light
on,
show. He's a
well-
Grateful Dead guy.
Wait a second. Let's go. Let's.
I thought
let
we
me
had to
change
have.
this.
I thought we had to have moving lights now as part of our.
Oh, now, Greg's got the propeller head thing down.
Yeah.
Well, you look. Actually, you
Yeah.
look like you're sick. There, you look like you've got some sort of disease. Hey, I've got all of like $5 invested in these lights. But
I did
actually,
bring a road case into my office.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm waiting for somebody to come
What
out with a
actually do you
gamble
got going
Christmas.
on there?
Oh, go ahead.
What? Me?
Yeah, what do you got going on there?
Oh, it's just one of the many, many, many lights that I put outside, and I figured I'd try to make fun of you because that's kind of what I do.
Oh, well, that's good. You did a good job. You did a good job. I like the kind of background because it's moving and it looks, on screen it looks pretty damn good. But you could see in the back, like let's see, right there behind my head. Whoops, right there. Those are new. And then if you see the stars and the butterflies, that's new too. That's a laser projector that I bought for, I'm not making this up, $6. $6. Unbelievable.
It's like, I don't know if I ever went and saw one. Remember when we were young, they had laserium?
Yeah.
They would do
Oh, I saw that, man.
with
I
Pink
saw
Floyd
that as a
music or
matter of
something.
fact. Yeah, that was a great place to get high. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the biggest show they always had was Saturday night at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, like the midnight show,
Yeah,
along with the Rocky Horror Picture Show, right?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So tell me, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Is everybody getting a chance to enjoy Thanksgiving with friends and family?
I've been working on it for a week, so yeah, I got everybody come over.
Oh, really? So what are you cooking? I mean, if anybody's going to be doing a gourmet meal, I bet it would be you.
It's the turkey with all the traditional fixins, and then I've got homemade apple pie, homemade damp English ginger cake,
I
garlic.
saw you busted out the ice cream machine.
Homemade ice cream, garlic jalapeno mashed potatoes, a broccoli cheddar casserole, a green bean casserole, and a salad that I do with toasted hazelnuts and dried Bing cherries and a grapeseed oil and shallot vinaigrette.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's stretch pants mandatory at your house for Thanksgiving.
Pretty much. And then I have it all again for the holiday party, which will have like 35 people here. And I do the full Thanksgiving dinner, and then I do a Christmas dinner with a roast beef and Yorkshire pudding and all that, like both at the same time.
That sounds delicious.
Sounds yummy.
Sounds
Hey,
very
I have
yummy.
a question for you. You won the hometown award, right? Didn't I see that you posted that you had won it?
I won the Northwest.
Congratulations.
Thanks. We'll
Nice
see what
job.
happens.
Yeah.
What happens?
Very, very nice. As I said, it's one thing to win it one year, but when you consistently win it, that says a lot about, who you are and what you believe in. And congratulations, man. You deserve it.
Thanks. It definitely is very helpful from a marketing point of view. Whether I win the national one or not, I mean, of course, that would be great, but regionally, definitely is helpful.
Hey, Eddie, become a subscriber to Mix Online and vote for Kurt. Voting's still open, isn't it?
It might
It's not Mix Online. It's
Front of
First
house.
on News, right?
Front of house online.
Front of house,
Sorry.
yeah.
it might
front
be
of house.
just
We all
about
got
to
it wrong.
close, but yeah, we'll see. I think we got a good shot this year.
Man,
Well, you
my
always have a
iPad
good
is
shot.
freaking out because of those lights. I got to go to.
How do you vote, Kurt? In what category, or where is there a link to the voting?
It's the Hometown Heroes Award.
Gotcha.
You go to Front of House Online, and there should be a link to the Parnelli voting.
I voted. By the way,
I did
Gregory put something in the chat about more cowbell. Thought that came from Saturday Night Live. That didn't come from Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I
But
mean,
Buck
one thing
Darman
that's
was there playing though.
Hey, David, it's Bo.
one thing that's very, very interesting. One thing that's super very interesting is that Christopher Walken now
David, we have a second.
can't go anywhere without people saying to him, "More cowbell, more cowbell."
You know, you would have thought, to be fair, that it should have come from, like Mountain and Mississippi Queen.
Yeah.
So that's one of the
True.
great opening cowbell.
Bye, everybody.
Or,
Oyster Cult,
I'm
and
an
they
American
Dave.
fan.
I gotta go. Happy Thanksgiving.
Merry happy Thanksgiving. Many happy
Myrna,
Thanksgiving.
say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Myrna. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Adios, fellas.
See you, David.
I did a Blue Oyster Cult gig, and they actually have a special road case just for the golden cowbell. Open it up, and it's all lined with like purple velvet and everything, and it's just for the cowbell. And they made a big deal of bringing the cowbell out, all this other stuff. I mean, it put them back on the map, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one skit put them back, back on tour.
Yeah. I've done so many shows with those guys. Because that's when I was touring heavy, and they were either support bands. I did a Canadian tour with them.
Did you do the Spectres tour? Did you come out to California in the 70s?
Probably 75, 76,
Somewhere in there, yeah.
77, could be.
Yep, I saw them at the Swing Auditorium. It was the only time I've ever seen a drummer with lasers coming out of his drumsticks.
Yeah.
He had these fiber optic tubes with lasers. It was incredible.
That was 77.
77. That's probably right.
Yeah. Because 76, they just had 3 behind the stage, and the guy, his name long escapes me, but he would freak out the local fire marshals, because after it was all done and he's passed and they signed, everything would be fine. Then he'd be sitting there chatting. He'd pull out a cigarette and put a cigarette down in the beam to light a cigarette and just keep on chatting with them. And the fire marshal's eyes would get, like the size of quarters.
So he did it before the Sharks then.
Yeah.
I remember doing a show with a guy who he was a laser guy. And he was telling this story where they did a civic event where they placed the big water-cooled laser at the bottom of this tower and, mirrors, and then it shot out the top of the tower and, with fireworks and the whole thing for whatever city it was. So they set it up the night before and tested it and all, got all the adjustments and all worked fine. They go the next day to the day of the show. Cue comes up, laser go, pushes the button from his control position. Nothing happens. About 30 seconds later, the laser comes on and it's awesome. Mm-hmm. And so at the end of the show, they go to figure out what happened and realize that the big wooden door at the base of the tower had closed, and it took 30 seconds for the laser to burn through the door.
At least it wasn't like a cat sleeping on the lens or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had built himself a 5-watt handheld laser. And you know, they're regulated at a quarter watt. So
Yeah.
he had this little cigar that was just
Oh Lord. Yeah. What movie was it? It was Real Genius. Silly with Val Kilmer in it. And they did a college prank where they took the mirrors all over campus, you know, burned through statues, burned through walls. So nuts stuff.
I love lasers. I just think that they're, amazing. I mean, lights are just spectacular, I mean, when people go to see a concert, that's exactly what they say. I'm going to see a concert. They never say, I'm going to hear the band. They always say, I'm going to see the band,
Yes. I just decry when concert lighting became about blinding the audience as opposed to lighting the performers.
Yeah.
I'm not, I mean, a
The
little bit
effect
is
of
fine,
all the
but
lights out, all white lights out. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
definitely.
get me started on pyro, guys.
Yeah, well, I won't get you started. Otherwise, hey, we might not see you
Yeah,
next week,
that's right.
Hey.
It's actually, I'm going to have to be going soon, and we're almost at the bewitching hour anyway. So
Yes, I think that everybody's got to get through something. Is anybody traveling other than Fred tomorrow to go see somebody?
I might be driving to Santa Barbara, but that's just 5 hours drive.
Well, that's still being on the road. That's still being on the road,
I'm gonna travel all the way from the kitchen to the back porch to turn on the smoker to put the turkey breast in.
That can take a lot out of a man. That
Well,
can take a lot
hopefully you
out of a
won't have any
man.
traffic like we had here in Arizona today. They had the freeway shut down here for most of the day. The 10.
wow.
What happened? I didn't hear.
I don't know. I woke up about 6:30 this morning on the news. They had some big crash way out west, and they were diverting people around, and it was adding an extra 3-hour drive.
Oh, I'll tell you what, out of Tonopah out there,
Yeah,
it's
it's
there's
crazy.
semis crashing out there all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
that's the way
where's
life goes.
Gregory? You
Always
said you're
take
going to
the
Santa Barbara. You're going north,
to
so you're
Santa
in
Barbara.
LA. Yeah. So you gotta go up over the Grapevine. Good luck.
No. It's just the 5. No grapevine.
I'm hitting I'm going from San Diego, so that's gonna be
Oh yeah, you won't have to go the Grapevine that way.
yeah, but still going 5 north, I don't really have any other choice. Or 405 around LA versus traffic, but that's plus minus 30 minutes regardless. So same thing.
What, 5 to the 405 to the 101, right?
Exactly. And then west to Ventura and up there to Carpinteria, where I'm from.
Go early. That's all I can say. Leave at
Go
4
early
a.m.
and go often. That's it. Go early and go often. That's it.
And tip your waiters.
Did you ever go and do a gig at the Bacara if you're from that area?
Never heard of it. What is it?
It's a resort hotel. Beautiful. I think it's owned by the same people that own La Quinta. So it's like a down in Palm Springs. So it's like a, Mexican Mediterranean tile, white adobe, blah, blah, blah kind of place. It's beautiful place.
I always go to there's a beautiful place before you hit Santa Barbara, before you even hit Carpinteria, right past Ventura, there's a place called a Cliff House. And it is literally a little resort with a restaurant on a cliff. I mean, you're sitting on a chair and 15 feet more and the food is So my friend, she used to manage Santa Barbara Fish Market. So she knows the chef there. We always eat for free and just tip everybody very good. But the cakes, the fish, oh my God, to die for. If you guys ever in the area, highly suggest you gotta go. Cliff House.
Cool. Yeah.
Is that up on the hill right out of Santa Barbara?
It's below Santa Barbara. I'll find it for you.
It's below Santa Barbara. Okay, yeah. There's a place up. There's a hill right by Santa Barbara where you can go up on top and look out over the ocean. And there's a place up there that's kind of what you're describing, but I don't think it's a restaurant. I think it's a private home.
There you have it. I just posted a link to this Cliff House Inn.
Cliff House Inn. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Santa Barbara college students are just the most lucky in the world. They finish their classes, they cross the street, and they're right at the beach. I mean, man, what a living.
I went to school there. I actually was in Isla Vista, and I went
Ah,
to school at UCSB, and I also went. Of course, I didn't last very long, but I'm trying to remember I remember a lot of times what we would do, and people got really angry. I'm sure right now it's locked up, but we used to go to the cemetery up there and it overlooks the cliffs. It's a beautiful view of the ocean. We used to get high, go up to the cemetery, and look out over and then Devon Row. Devon Row is right next there as well, which is a nude beach. It's a nudist colony, if I remember correctly.
yeah, very interesting memories from your college time. Cemetery and nude beaches.
I have very few memories from those days, but I do remember that very, very well.
But
So
you're
who's from?
told you had a great time, right?
Oh, I know I had a great time. It had to be great because I can't remember very much of it.
Yeah.
So who's
All
from
right,
Pittsburgh?
everybody, have a great holiday. I'm gonna run.
All right,
See you,
very,
Greg.
very
My
good.
iPad's starting to overheat for some reason. So have a good turkey day.
Because you're
Because
so
you were
hot.
hot today. You were very hot today.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. I'll see you next week. Maybe I'll talk to you during the week, and just
Okay.
remember, get your questions together for next week for the feedback episode.
Okay. Have a good
Oh,
one.
are we
See ya.
All right.
are we hosting the gentleman who's
Yes,
founded this?
that we
Oh,
are. December 3rd.
because
And
a
his
week
father might
ago,
come in too. Dwayne might come in as well.
a week ago, Robert was just telling me about it. I didn't catch everything because I was at work at Sound Image, but I just logged in when they were ranting about it, and everybody was excited. So I look forward to that. Okay, I'm gonna mark it in
Yeah,
calendar.
I mean, this is if I was you, I would tell other people about it that we're doing this next week, because he's going to answer any questions that he has, and people, because like he can't reach everybody, but this is an opportunity for him to reach a lot of people at the same time,
You
So
think I should talk
and
to him?
almost everybody in the room.
You think I should talk to him about my new plugin that I'm coming up with?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
What
called
did you come up with?
feedback, and it's a way of introducing old school analog feedback into your recordings and your live shows.
It's the opposite of what he's doing, more feedback,
Yeah. If you eliminate all the feedback, we're gonna have to put it back in. Otherwise, TV shows and movies will never be the same.
More,
it's
true.
very interesting. It's
That
very
is
interesting.
true.
You sent me a link of something that I listened to, and the way your miking technique was more than impressive because it was very, I mean, the vocals and the music was completely isolated from the audience. It almost sounded like it was in an anabolic chamber where you could only hear. So you really mic'd it really well, eliminated a lot of the audience sound.
What are we talking about? The demo thing I did for my
Y-
girlfriend's band, the
Whatever you
Chicago
sent me,
stuff,
whatever you sent me, you sent me something.
recently.
Yes, you sent me something.
That's a multi-track of them live. It's just it's a demo for them to shop around to promoters and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
just a
it's
demo. It's a live multi-track, and I mixed it here.
yeah, very, very good, very, very good. It was kind of,
Thanks.
it was a little too much energy for me when I listened to it first thing in the morning. You know, being an
After coffee.
American, I love the Star Spangled Banner for sure. But first thing in the morning, a little too much.
Well, it's heavily compressed because I know it's only going to be listened to on phones and laptops by promoters. So I'm trying to make it jump out like the old AM radio mix. I would not have
Yeah.
compressed it that much if I knew it was going to be on real speakers, but it's not.
Well, anyway, that's the way it goes sometimes in life. Anyway, look, that's the way it goes sometimes in life right now. Let's say goodbye to everybody that's watching us live, and say, hey, next week, come and join us. It's going to be a really special show. So you're more than welcome to invite yourself and any of your friends. And I want to wish you a very happy and a healthy Thanksgiving. If anybody wants to say anything, now would be the time to wish the world something that you'd want to say.
Hey, Jan, do me a favor. Put the a link in the chat where if we come across somebody, we could just shoot them the link to get invited into the back line, into the
I'll do that right now.
into the ZoomCast.
And I will put that on. Well, I can't put that on social media because I don't want, because if in the beginning when we did that, we had a lot of people jump in the meeting to spoof us, and
No,
so
I'm saying just put it up in the chat.
Yeah.
And then
Here you go.
just
It's
privately
going
disseminate
right
it.
now. That's the link that you need to invite anybody, and then they have to sign up. And they can join our show next week. All right, with that in mind, just remember, you make it happen. Everybody want to wish you a happy and a healthy Thanksgiving, and we will see you again next week. And we are now off the air. So bye, everybody.